No Rules is active right now, people. If you go to my house and you will see a remote control of YouTube on it. And when you press that YouTube button, you will see my search history. When you go and search, you'll see that I've searched David Icke. He talks about the Queen being reptiles. Wrestling, Conrad and Jim Ross.
Yeah.
No Rules Show. And of course, Gasworks. That's it really. And maybe documentaries here and there. But this is WrestleMania today because people have been asking from day one, get this guy, get this guy, get this guy. And today, he brought this guy. Even though I spoke to this guy on WhatsApp for probably 2 months in a row. In fact, people, I'm going to tell you about a WhatsApp group in a minute. But ladies and gentlemen, Alhan, kind.
Thank you for having me, bro.
You see, let me just tell you this. You see our WhatsApp group? Just me and you in it.
Me and you, yeah.
Says
Who's
Alhan
the
joined.
admin? Was it you?
It's both of us.
We're both
I mean,
admins,
yeah, of course. But everyone gets slayed. Everyone gets slayed.
Everyone.
And I'm scared. If you lose your phone, I'll lose my phone.
Minimum 5 years is what we're serving.
We're getting more than 5 years.
Yeah. Did you delete the pictures of them? Were they 13 or 14?
No. Some save. We have to save everything. Because if you go down, I'll go down. Just don't lose the phone.
No. I won't. I'll try not to. I mean, I had to get a new phone the other day because that phone started bugging out.
Is it?
Yeah.
Did you clear everything from that phone though?
No, it's still there. But it's just I put it somewhere safe. No one will find it.
You sure?
I'll touch wood.
So wait, you're saying you got a hater group?
It's not a hater group. I mean, it's just common sense. I think we know what we feel. And, I mean, call it hating if you want, but I don't see no one else.
I would love to know what the things you feel like you have to hide from the world are, considering the things that you say to the world.
Is the world ready for Alhan Spex's imagination? That is the question. The world is not ready. The world is not ready.
I had a fucked up nightmare the other day, It was so fucked.
You died?
No. It was actually tapped. I made a thing though. Where's my thing? I made a cup of tea. Where did my tea go?
You did a similar joke to that when we did Filthy. It wasn't the same.
That wasn't on camera.
No, it wasn't. You're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. No. We'll keep that
in a rewind.
Keep that
so we're filming in a rewind office, obviously, and you don't actually have a mirror in your toilet, do you?
No.
Because if I look like you, I wouldn't have a mirror in my
toilet.
No, I do love Tigo a lot, man. I can't lie.
There is a mirror. This guy's got terrible music on his phone, by the way. He listens to like KRS-One, Mob Deep, Wu-Tang. One of the Wu-Tang. Anyone that listens to Wu-Tang's L.
No, I tweeted a link from Wu-Tang from 19... I don't listen to Wu-Tang.
They don't make music no more, do they?
Probably,
Martin Shkreli bought their last...
Yeah, that last album, RZA, yeah.
Free Shkreli all the time, man. Free Shkreli.
You love Shkreli.
I love him a lot, man.
Yeah.
He's like... just a troll. He's perfect.
He is like a super
amazing,
troll.
Like, he's... For someone to have such a big net worth and make
all that
millions,
money, yeah.
But
Who's
still
this poet? He's a poet.
Poet's got net worth.
No way, poet. You didn't even come to the Vivar show last week. No. You were there. Why?
Why would that be?
You're good though, Alhan. You know why? Because like I feel like you've had a poet role. Like I was on the train with Chucky yesterday. Me and Tigo Chucky were going to Manchester. And Chucky asked me, he said, Specs, what time you get into our show on Sunday to DJ? But no one asked me to DJ at the show. And I said I'll get there, at 3 p.m.
What's the show?
It's the half cast.
Oh, they did a live show,
yeah. They want me to DJ live. But I'm not going to turn up on the day. That's what, you know what I mean? Because I just think that's not serious. You haven't called me to ask me to DJ. You just think I'm going to turn up.
Turn up, yeah.
He might have wanted to phone you, but you'd fallen out that day. Remember, you did fall out, yeah.
We're not talking.
Do you fall out with Poet?
All the time, man.
Who doesn't fall out with Poet?
And you arguing with Poet yet?
No.
What?
I'm not going to waste my energy.
Is it? I don't know.
I love Poet a lot, but I just think, I don't know, like there's bigger things on his plate.
Arguments with Poet take days as well.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's not worth it.
It's really not. I've never argued. Like Poet and me have never disagreed or anything.
Is it? That's good, man. You man are linking. Because listen, the way I look at it is, look, Poet. I think 6 years ago, Poet told me he's having twins. 6 years ago. So he's a powerful man. Because these kids are what?
He's spoken into existence, isn't it?
Yeah, he's a powerful man. But anyway, I've got a present for you.
In Ruel's hoodie.
Sorry, Ruel, man.
Rest in peace, Ruel.
Rest in peace, Ruel. Sorry, my bro. I know you're watching, but I had to put in your hoodie.
I heard that when Ruel sadly passed away, you've done a swipe up.
Yeah, of course. Because he was wearing my t-shirt.
What do you think about that?
What?
when Ruel passed, one of the main pictures that all the accounts were sharing was him wearing Specs' t-shirt.
Yeah, I don't know.
Specs' tribute was put a swipe up to buy.
Wait, can I just say something?
I think death is like the thing about me. Yeah, is like. Should I tell them a story about Louis?
Yeah, tell them. I want to know who's Louis. What happened?
So Louis is a friend of ours. Yeah, I haven't spoken to him in time, but we used to go to school together. And Louis just came up to me. He goes, "My nan's his auntie, innit?" He goes, "My auntie just passed away." I just like busting up, man. I was in hysterics. I just started creasing. I was like, "Bro, I'm so sorry. I don't know how to control myself right now, but that's it. Should have warned me at least. You can at least give me like a month's warning. Like, listen, it's not going well right now. In about a month, she's gonna be gone, so I can prepare myself. You get me, and look forward to it." But he just came up, bro. It's a bit disrespectful. You can't just come up to me saying my auntie's passed away.
There's got to be a lead up, innit? There's got to be
Lead
like
up, yeah.
He's got to wait a few days.
Or let the news go around and I can find out. But bro, I'm being serious. He just walked up to me and goes, my auntie's passed away.
Yeah.
I just started creasing, man. And then my uncle's funeral as well, because I've never really had anyone close to me die.
Yeah.
All my grandparents and that just passed away before I was born. Selfish, probably don't wanna.
Yeah, of course. You meet again though.
But my uncle's funeral. Everyone just crying. I'm just there like, you lot mad.
That's kind of sociopathic. A little bit.
Yeah, I think it is. I don't know, because I was thinking about this, like, just whenever anyone, because President T came on the show and he was talking about how
he died.
No, but he came on Gasworks and he didn't go into the final edit, but he was talking about how his friend was hanged on a tree. That's funny as fuck, man. Like, how can you go being hanged on a tree, man? I don't know. I can't. I'm
not laughing President T. I'm laughing at.
I don't know, man. I just think. Because I'm a big fan of dark humor and sick and twisted things, so
it has to make sense.
I don't know, man. When I'm not good with death, I find it funny. So, but it's good. It's good to make light of situations.
Yeah, well, you're both similar in that way. Specs doesn't take death seriously.
But that's because I've gone through a lot of deaths. A lot of I've been around a lot of my aunties that passed away. A lot of them.
How many miles has Auntie Fanta got left?
Oh, the Fanta's got years. She's alright. She's a Kazumba dancer. She's got years in the tank.
So it's about half hour, and then.
No, but I've got
Fanta
one.
goes flat after half hour, isn't it?
Nah, don't worry. That Fanta's going for long. But there's one auntie that is wrinkling up.
Swear.
Yeah, she's like paper. Everything's just going like this.
That's the thing,
and
man.
I'm like, your days are done.
I ain't really got no one. I don't know. I think next is my dad.
What?
I think next might
No,
be
that's
my
too
dad.
close now.
Why?
Because my dad might be dead. I think. Let me check. I think he's dead.
Your dad's dead?
Yeah.
Have you met your dad?
Never.
I think
We're gonna meet.
My dad's got a few miles left on him. So like a black box.
See, now I don't know if I should laugh at that one.
You can laugh.
He
man.
laughed. He laughed.
Life goes on for some of us.
For some
But listen, the way I look at it, this is the way I look at
everyone.
it, yeah? I had shirts. The massive L, no rules t-shirts, right? And you know how many sold?
No, but the thing is, yeah. So I've heard a lot of stories about what do they call it? Blood money, innit?
Yeah.
So when you make an inheritance of someone's death or after
That's
someone's
business.
died.
That's business. Now we're talking business.
So any money that you made off them t-shirts after that day, I mean,
No, but Alhan, that's what I'm saying. He was the only one that bought that t-shirt.
it was just him.
Yeah, it was just him. So
That's
swipe
quite
up.
sweet,
People
man.
swipe up now. Let's get 2, 3, 4. Let's get 4 at least. Guess how much went
Rest
up?
in peace, Ruel.
But guess what? How much went up since I put the swipe up? Guess.
Go on.
None. And it's working. It's working. Well, do it again.
That's honourable.
Huh?
What? That's in his honour, I guess.
But I know he's watching. He was a big fan of
Trust me.
yourself, Alhan.
That's why
Big
we're
fan of me,
comfortable
so
to.
Of course,
you
man.
get me?
We have to enjoy it. We have to enjoy it.
That,
Man. You know what I mean?
yeah, but is that my present?
Now, you know what? I saw this, yeah? And I said to myself, wow, this is sick.
What is it?
It's a Where's Wally book. That's what I thought it was. One second. Tigo, don't do that. Don't hold me.
Okay.
Don't hold me, Alhan, yeah? So I came out and I was like, this is amazing. I came out of Marks and Spencer's and I saw a woman standing there. And she's like, oh, you Specs? I said, yeah. She's like, oh, what are you doing around there? So I'm going to go interview Alhan. She's like, I'm going to find out. Can I take a picture? Took a picture. I said, look what I bought Alhan. What do you think? She told me it's a calendar of chocolate.
It is.
It's an advent calendar.
Now, the thing about me, I wear glasses. These lines, I didn't see that.
You can't see from here, but it does say on the top right, it's a milk chocolate.
Forget
calendar.
reading. Forget.
But why do they call it an advent calendar? Is that another like politically correct?
It does feel that way, yeah. Just
Milk
celebrate
chocolate
December
calendar.
for the sake of December.
So there's chocolates in there.
Yes.
But there's only one. You should open it and find out.
Well, I didn't buy it to give you chocolates.
That's
I
fine.
actually bought it for you to find Wally.
Wally's on there somewhere.
He's my co-host on Gasworks.
Well, this is yours. Is he? Is he still alive as well? That's yours.
Thank
isn't it?
you. Thank you, Specs.
Don't have to eat the chocolates though. But Wally's a legend. I used to look for him all the time.
He's probably, but I mean,
I'm guessing he's on 25, right?
Yeah, it makes sense if they hide him behind the door. Though, right?
Is he on Instagram?
That's a good shout.
Is he on Instagram?
Where's
Is he alive in that? Is he?
There's a film.
Is it a film?
Yeah.
What, is it animation or real life?
I think there's always been animation. I think there's a real life one.
No, is there Where's Wally film?
I want to know about this Where's
But
Wally, man.
what's the storyline?
The storyline, if you find him, is done. That's the storyline. It's terrible. Where's Wally?
Yeah, there's loads of different versions, but I don't know if.
What's that, IMDb?
But it's Waldo. It's called Waldo in America.
Oh yeah, that's what they called it, Waldo.
Yeah. There's a DreamWorks cartoon. There was a film in the works, but I think it's been scrapped.
So it's not in the because I was thinking about going to a what's those things in West End called?
Play?
I want to go watch a live play.
Right.
Because I want to see an actor or actress make a mistake. So I can be the only one laughing.
You know what? Thing's quite good. What's that comedy club in Leicester Square?
What's it called? Tell me now.
I think it's
Comedy Club. I think it's
Comedy Club, is it?
Yeah.
But that's genuinely like, you could go there and just cringe for hours.
Yeah.
There's some real, because it's kind of amateur. Like the thing is, you could go to some West End theatre, but you won't see any mistakes when them not practice it all the time.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's not hard to learn lines.
Yeah, a lot, man.
There's
big money in theatre.
I saw my friend, Alexandra Burke.
Yeah.
She was singing with Beyonce years ago, but now she's in the theatres singing.
Musicals.
She's doing musicals. That's what she's doing.
Yeah.
And I said, so she's gone down the drain, man. You can't go from singing with Beyonce on stage to now in the theatre.
Wasn't she a judge on X Factor as well?
Yeah. She came from X Factor, right? Or Pop Stars.
She came with a big white
She went
Range Rover.
from the Golden Buzzer to the Golden Gutter. What's the other one as well? Alicia Dixon.
Oh yeah, that was the one.
But she came from Mystique though.
Mystique.
That's a legendary garage crew from back in the day. Everyone knows serious garage music.
Fuck, man.
You know what I didn't like her voice when she spit. It was proper like old school garage. You're a DJ, innit?
I've DJ'd.
You're good.
Yeah, you're good.
You were going off in the Filthy group when that video dropped.
I'm glad. I like to think of myself as a better selector than I am a mixer, because before we carry on, I actually got you some presents as well, because I'm tired of everyone coming on the show and it's just you giving it to them all the time. And it is almost, by the time this comes out, it will be the season of giving. Yeah, you get me. So this is my first present. This is a mop and bucket. Gotta take the price off, but
yeah, come on,
because you lot always going about how my mum works here, right? Or something.
No, that wasn't me.
Your auntie's on her way in, actually.
That's for her. So.
How do you know? Wait 1 second. How do you know that I made a joke about your mum working here?
Well, I didn't say it was you.
Oh, but
I said someone said it, right?
Okay.
But yeah, that's for
her.
Butters. But you're saying that my mum doesn't work here anymore, does she?
Well, she's in Bulgaria right now, but her sister comes in.
I never even knew that. Man.
This is amazing. This is amazing.
This is for you, Tigo. This is your present.
Why?
Because I like to see you as kind of like the police for this kind of scene.
Yeah.
You are the gatekeeper. You say what goes in, what goes out.
I appreciate that.
It's because of you, Auntie and Joshua lost the release because you flew everyone out.
I did. No, you're not wrong. You're not actually wrong. I was with him.
Didn't Auntie Joshua literally win every single fight, but then this guy over here decides to fly out.
Yeah.
Steve the
I FaceTimed him.
Yeah.
When Auntie Joshua lost, I FaceTimed him.
The best thing about that fight was genuinely Chucky's trousers. That was the best thing about that fight. That was really the. I got more.
What was he wearing?
Huh?
What was he wearing?
I can't remember. There was like checkered.
They were outrageous. Yeah, they were out.
This is as well. This is a Little Mix calendar. This one is
1 second. 1 second. I was supposed to watch Little Mix yesterday.
Yeah.
Why?
They were live in O2.
And you were gonna go?
I was gonna go, and I thought, you know what? Nah. Only time I'm watching people with 11 tries is real wrestling. I'm not watching.
This is the one that got bullied. And they done a
the one in the middle situation. Bring that closer. Let me see.
That's Ox's girlfriend, bro.
Who?
Alex Oxlade Chamberlain's girlfriend.
What is it?
The situation.
Well, so does that mean that I can't look at it?
I'm just
Let
saying.
me have it. Let me have it.
I'm more interested to see what the photos are for every month.
They're on the back.
Hold on. I can't lie, yeah. January is a very depressing month, innit? It's kind of start of the year, all the bills. If they put her as January, they're taking the piss.
Fuck off.
What country is she from? Turkish. She's Turkish.
Oh, they put them all in.
Oh, they put them all in.
What's your birthday month?
I'm March.
Oh, sick. Me too.
Oh, for fuck's sake. March the what?
31st.
Oh, you're right at the end.
Yeah.
One more day and you're doing the fucking joke.
Yeah, it's true. That's good.
I can't make that joke. Rago was born on the 1st. Is my boy.
Who?
My boy Rago. He was born the 1st of April.
How old's your boy?
He's 30. Well, it's hard because he wasn't born here, so. But his nose is wham though.
I've got one more present as well. This one's for you. Got a stepdaughter, right?
Oh my
This
god.
one's for, how old is your stepdaughter?
Another situation on there.
It's like Madeline McCann. No, I'm not
That is
doing
Madeline
it. I'm not
McCann.
doing it. No.
You should have seen the microwave.
You remember my stepdaughter, bro?
Do you know who was the microwave had?
Nah. Haringey
Oh, this is
Council jokes.
amazing.
We can't joke about. Oh fuck! I was supposed to give this back. Fuck it.
This back.
Do you know what? Do you know what I like about this present?
What?
It's quite.
No, I'm supposed to open it out.
I hope the audio listeners are enjoying this. Alhan has bought an ironing
But
set.
this is quite a thing, isn't it? It's to say like your daughter's gonna grow up to be a bitch.
You're not wrong, actually. Bitch. Sorry, you are wrong.
Do you know what I was thinking? Do you know what's amazing? Let me tell you what's amazing. This is real life, right? You bought this present for my stepdaughter.
This is what you got me.
It's true, yeah. That's outbalanced.
Nah, it's
Yeah,
alright.
there's
It's the thought that counts, right?
Yeah, if you find Wally, I've
Trust me.
that's worth my money.
I just thought it looked good on camera there.
Yeah.
But you bought this to my stepdaughter. She's 15.
So what?
But I'm gonna give this to my biological daughter because she's free.
Oh, have you got a biology? Oh, okay, then that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoever's
And
youngest.
she's ironing. She's starting to like, copy me iron and stuff. So I'm gonna use this.
You iron?
Who? So it depends. It depends on when I'm going to.
Yeah.
Thank you, Alhan,
You're
man.
more than welcome, my bro. I hope she has fun using it.
I could use it. I could use this for wrestling as well.
What's your baby mum like? Is she
Which one? I got a few. Which one?
the one that you're with most of the time?
Yeah.
Who do you spend like Monday to Friday? Who you with the most?
I'm with Tigo most of the time.
It's true, yeah.
I'll be real. I'm with Tigo.
Yeah.
What's this one? This is the.
Open it. Did you not? You should have built the ironing board.
So it's
Yeah,
like
why
iron.
didn't you build the ironing board on the table?
Is it?
Show people what...
Yeah, leave it here.
Because again, audio listeners are just like, what the hell's going on? But yeah, Specs has now got a tiny
give
little
him the
baby
iron.
iron.
I'll just
That's
give him the
nice.
iron.
That's nice.
That is very nice.
Yeah.
That is very nice.
Made in some part of the world, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, come on. Why is that even a detachable piece?
I don't
Because
break.
it's hot, it can get hot.
You broke it. You didn't break it, did you?
No, don't break it. It's just
No, it's
detachable.
just clip back on.
You sure? Because you break it, you keep it, Oh, okay. So you can take things off.
You get better quality toys in Happy Meals, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. This is nice as well.
Does
That's
it
amazing.
work?
This iron's got some serious information, boy. Oh, look. The iron's got. What else is there? What else is in there? Wow. I like this though.
That hanger should go on the t-shirts that you sold off the back of
Ruel's
your
parcel.
swipe up.
You know what I like about Alhan? Alhan's a caring guy.
Yeah. Is he?
We went to a Gasworks party one time, not Gasworks, Boiler Room, and I said to Alhan, you want a drink? He said, no, I'm going home to eat with my family.
No, it was Maya's birthday.
Was it Maya's birthday?
Yeah.
He left after 10 minutes? Was it Maya's birthday?
Yeah.
And he said he's gonna go and sit down on the dining table with him and his family.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't done that in years. Sit there and look at mum, dad if he was around, and just have food. Is that what you do all the time?
I think it was someone's birthday and I had to go for dinner.
Oh, family birthday.
Yeah.
So your upbringing is proper.
No, it's just we like to do things every now and again.
That's
You
good.
get me? Once a year or
Invite me
something.
there. Can you bring me in there?
You can come. You are part of the family.
Yeah.
That was your invitation, but you didn't really understand the social
Since
cue,
I
and
don't eat,
you
man.
decided to stay at Maya's party where
You love Turkish food though.
Oh, I love Turkish food.
Turkish food is the best food. Man.
I think
Turkish food, Pakistani food, Indian
No,
food.
Pakistani food for me. No, that's
Why
when
not?
that's when the belly
You don't
starts.
like a nice curry or kodai gosht or
No. Sorry, Hamza.
Hamza's
Hamza. I'll just let you know. I think it was
shaking with rage, man.
What else was it? What did I have? What did I have? I had some stew with tikka rice, and that took me to the toilet.
That was Indian, man. I ain't Pakistani.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, it was Pakistani. I'm telling you, it's Pakistani.
You need to go to the right place, man. We'll take you to the nice.
Give me your big dish.
Go David, anywhere David.
Yeah, go Tayyib's.
You'll love
That's
it.
the best Pakistani
Where?
food you'll find. Tayyib's
Whitechapel.
in Whitechapel. How can be a Whitechapel, but really it's actually brown people at the mosque.
No, you're not wrong. Yeah.
I've not seen not one white person and not a chapel.
Not far from me, man. Not far from me.
You get me? Big up Whitechapel, E3.
So where you from? Oh,
Shower
you're from Enfield.
Hamlets.
You're from Enfield. You're from.
I'm from Enfield, yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
But my family kind of originates from East.
Was you born here? You was born
Yeah,
here,
I was
right?
born here, yeah. Thankfully.
Is it?
Thankfully.
Well, it was actually So I was on the flight, Turkish Airlines, coming back from Ankara.
I've been to Ankara, you know.
Really?
Yeah.
When my mum gave birth on the flight, and I've got lifetime travel with Turkish Airlines, I don't have to pay a penny.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and then she seeked asylum when she actually got to the border. I don't understand. It was really confusing.
Well, those times it was easy to do that. Now it's tough, especially with Boris in charge. But listen, let me tell you this now. My auntie Soraya, bigger auntie Soraya, she was married. No, don't say Syria. Yeah, no, that was my uncle. We're not gonna go there. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that today. But my auntie Soraya was married to a Spanish man called Alberto, and they lived in Ankara. They had a dog called Simba. So I stayed in Ankara for 2 weeks.
What did you think?
I feel like you don't believe me, so we're gonna call her. No, I feel like you don't believe me. You're
calling your auntie again. I do believe you.
I
believe that you went to Ankara. Why would I not believe that?
No, I was staying in Ankara. I didn't go. I was staying there for ages.
For 2 weeks.
And it was hot. I remember.
For 2 weeks.
Do you believe me?
What's there not to believe about that? It's quite a believable story.
Yeah.
It's not like some random place.
Did anything happen that was out of the ordinary? You went to Ankara and you stayed there for 2 weeks.
I just remember every day going to like the football pitch and nobody.
So wait, your auntie Soraya was dating who?
She was married to a Spanish man called Alberto.
So why were they in Ankara?
Because he was a diplomat. I told you this before. I got my aunties. My aunties were all looking for diplomats to get them out of Africa,
Makes
and
sense.
it worked.
The good thing about diplomats is, you know, when you see number plates, they got 3 numbers, the letter D, and then 3 numbers. Or like they can have 3 numbers, the letter X, and then 3 numbers. X is, I think, if you work for the consulate, and I think D is if you work in the embassy. But you can do anything you want. You can run someone over, and you'll be. That actually happened.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
There was an American, a woman who was married to an American diplomat, and she ran a boy over. He passed away. You should do a swipe up for that one as well. But I don't think. Yeah, and then she fled. She went to America. She went via the American army base that was in wherever she was, somewhere in the UK, and fucked off
again.
Diplomatic community.
This was like last month.
Cameron.
And she wasn't even a diplomat herself.
No.
But yeah, they're working on. I think the family flew out there and they're in negotiation talks. I don't think she's going to get locked up.
I think the L that I have to give to my auntie is, and this is serious, she's about 11 centimeters taller than him. I think that kind of couple doesn't work for me.
I always say this. I'm very height blind.
What does that mean?
I really don't notice people's height.
Yeah, because you're wide. Same with me. It's like I'm not really. This is. Okay.
Bro.
Chocolate. This is really ASMR.
I can't believe that's.
Yeah, it's true. Like the audio shows, like wow.
I can't believe that's not a book, man.
Alhan has dismantled the Where's Wally advent calendar and he just wants to expose all the chocolates now. And there you go.
So she was. How long did their marriage last? So he was a diplomat in Turkey.
But I'll tell you what, Alhan, I'll be real with you, Alhan. He's fucked up the family. I'm after him. I don't care how short he is. He's getting a tackle. Because the thing is, every year the family used to go to my auntie's house in Chiswick. She got floors in the house. You have dinner with the family, dining table going from the kitchen all the way to the sitting room, the long ones. He left.
You can't even see.
You can't even see. Side. You know what I mean? Big house. But now he's decided to kick it to the curb, which was he shouldn't have got in the first place. Now she's like, she's hopping. She's sometimes in my house.
How old is she?
She's the oldest in the family. She's probably about 61 now.
That's why, man. That explains it. I think she probably didn't get to experience her younger years. She was probably,
well, she's
told what to do by everyone.
But it's costing me peas now because now I'll say to Tigo, because now I have to go to Camber Sands and hire a place for all my family to go because there's a lot of people in the family now for us to celebrate, these special occasions together. I was telling you, we're going Camber Sands.
You know about Camber Sands, Alhan?
I'd love to come with you.
Camber Sands is basically, you know Neil Kinnock?
Neil Kinnock, yeah.
It's his house. So I've hired it off him.
If you don't, Neil Kinnock used to be the head of the Labour Party. So he was Jeremy Corbyn before Tony Blair.
He thinks I'm joking to you, though.
No.
Tell him this is the truth.
Specs is actually friends with former leader of the Labour Party, Neil Kinnock.
It's a big deal.
Let me say why it's a big deal, because when the judge gave me 30 months in jail,
Neil Kinnock got you straight out?
No, he got me 15. That's a rubbish plug.
So your peas were too popping, and now you have to have a pop shield.
Do you think I've got a voice over voice?
No.
No, I couldn't do that.
I think you do.
Yeah.
Then again, there's no rules. Savage Dan's got one now.
C class.
Savage Dan is very good.
Is he? He's got a good voice.
What was the advert you done? The fucking chest?
Oh, that was sick.
Yeah, that was good.
But that's because he went private school.
Yeah, both went private school.
Oh, is it?
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing
now-
wrong with that.
He needs to go again.
He does. All right, well, let's do some serious Sundays. So sometimes we'll go into the last week's comments. Sometimes we'll go into the iTunes reviews. Sometimes we'll ask for tweets.
Yeah.
Today we asked for tweets and we got a lot of replies. But guess what? Everyone on planet Earth thinks they're funnier than they are. And they don't notice that they all ask exactly the same questions.
Yeah.
So we'll just ask the same questions again and again and again and again and again.
Sounds good.
This one's from @LFC_Kinseksen.
Is it for me or?
This is for Alhan. Will he ever get a haircut? Don't worry, we've got that question about 7 times.
You must get that question all the time. It's getting a bit dead.
I kind of don't, you know.
Is it?
I don't know.
So they're scared to say it to your face.
The one I get is how long you been growing your hair for, and shit like that. But yeah, I eventually will get a haircut when I'm ready. But right now, this is my image. You get me?
Bangs.
I'm well known for it. Yeah, maybe times will get tough and I'll spend one too many times in a sunbed and get cancer and have to shave it all off or something. But
You go sunbed?
no, but it might get to a point, you know, midlife crisis.
Yeah, that's a while away.
But I need to see the back of your head though.
You kind of can because it's balding a little bit.
But you're Turkish.
Yeah.
And Turkish, obviously, you got the
Hair transplant.
back head like this. So I want to know if it's yours like this as well.
Nah, it's got shape. You know what? Actually, when I was first, when I was born, I'd have to go for regular checkups as babies do, but there was a problem with my head and it was abnormally large. And they were asking, my mum was starting to get worried and like really concerned that, you know, I was going to have an abnormally large head, but it kind of, the proportion worked out after time. I had to put on a bit of weight and, you know, now with my man boobs, it's all quite balanced.
So your head was that size when you was 4?
Pretty much.
Is it? I would have been laughing if we were in nursery.
No, but it was a heavy head.
Is it?
Like my mum used to say, no word of a lie, she'd have to keep my head up on some occasions.
Is it?
Heavy head, man.
That's good though. I wish I had a heavy head because then I remember in school, people used to always put me in headlocks. For no reason. You're just walking, boom, you're in a headlock. You
Your
can't get
name
out.
used to be Heady B, right?
Yeah, I was Heady B. The back of my head had... For some reason, the back of my head was going back.
Yeah.
And the front was going forward. But luckily, I don't know, God just done something special, you know, overnight, and I'm super
Like
looking.
they got there's a new drill group part of ISIS, and their main guy is Heady Nunn.
Speaking of Heady One, when I saw him with a hood on.
Yeah.
Wow, the hood and the head.
I love Heady One, man. Big up all the OP. Heady One's head shape is literally this.
Nice.
There's something about having weird head shapes though makes you funny. I think Heady One's funny. I think you're
RV's
funny.
got really good personality. He's funny as well. His head shape is...
Miles' tiny little head.
No,
Don't know if he's funny though.
Miles, yeah.
Do you remember that time Miles tried to ban? Oh my god, it was the worst.
Is it?
Was it about Grimes?
It was something about no one could ever say Grimes dead around me.
Yeah.
And then you said something back, and he just made up a scenario and said, "You said that you didn't know who Devlin was."
I said, Miles, you remember when you didn't know who Devlin was? And then he just like, what was his comeback?
Yeah, I can't.
He compared this like more comeback. You know when you just like get over technical with a joke.
No retweets. No retweets.
I met Devlin the other day actually.
Yeah,
very surprised with how much grey hair was in his head.
He's been growing grey hair since he was like 12.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's always been grey.
Is it?
Yeah.
I can't lie though, Devlin's literally one of my favourite artists. London City.
Is it? London City was a bad one.
Bud Sweat and was it Bud Sweat and Tears?
Do you know what my thing with Devlin was? He obviously is amazing. I always thought that London City. No, not the London City. What was the one about? I helped the old lady across the road, and it was all like community outcast. Yeah, that's it.
Outcast.
I always thought that was a bit of a pre-Brexit anthem.
The only problem is Devlin right now looks like the Grime Granny.
Grime
In
Grandad.
the same grey, wrinkly way.
Nah, there's a few people who's the other one that's got grey? George Lamb.
Oh yeah,
George Lamb had grey hairs from early on
George
as well.
Lamb. What kind of reference is that?
Who's
Just
George
fucking
Lamb?
grey hairs. He just his dad's Larry Lamb.
He was a presenter and his dad was on
He used
EastEnders.
to manage Lily Allen as well.
Yeah, really? I didn't know
Are
that.
they here with us now?
Yeah, he is.
both of them.
Unfortunately.
Doesn't George Lamb? Doesn't his dad do the voiceover on "Come Down with Me" or something?
I swear.
Yeah, I think so.
Might be the case. I don't know. I don't watch this that suburban trash.
Really?
Yeah. I don't watch Come Down With Me.
Come Down with Me is a good show.
Who was Come Down With Me? I said this before, but it's actually the most sold format in the world.
Nah, it makes sense.
It's the most successful TV format.
I've never watched it. Never.
Really?
Never.
Do you remember Clay's?
No.
What's going on?
Auntie, it's your auntie. Have you seen them?
Just touched down.
I'd rather not if she's going to ask me about it. She still doesn't know what I got for my GCSE.
What did you say? Clay's?
Yeah, Clay's, the guy who made Junior Spesh with...
Yeah, okay.
My mind's come down. But Clay's made the remix of Come Down With Me, and it was called Come Down With Man. His was better.
Right.
His was funny, man.
Yeah.
But did Steve-O get hollered to go on the celebrity version of Come Down With Me?
I don't know if we're allowed to say that yet,
No,
but
fuck it.
yeah.
It's not a rule show, for fuck's sake. I don't know if... for fuck's sake.
It's a Christmas special, isn't it? So I don't know what's in his contract.
It's a Christmas
or what.
special?
Yeah.
Fuck his contract, bro.
He filmed it here.
Was it?
Parts of it, yeah. Right
Steve,
there.
good luck, man. I'll try and watch it.
Steve-O. Probably going to cook fish fingers or something.
Yeah, I think that's the joke, probably, yeah. Did it with Debbie McGee. Next... Who's that?
Sorry,
yeah,
there's a question.
fuck.
Sorry.
Fuck, he said who's that? And I mean, you know what, I said Debbie McGee, and I thought he's not gonna know who Debbie McGee is.
Who is Debbie McGee? You can't just drop names like
Well,
that.
actually, you should know who Debbie McGee is, actually, because she was famously the wife of Paul Daniels, who must be one of your idols.
You're not talking French.
Surely Paul Daniels is one of your idols.
Why don't I know that name? Was he a comedian?
No. Think about what you wanted to be when you were a kid.
Don't do this to me, please.
Alhan's just Googling Paul Daniels right now.
Oh, I know them. Didn't Louis Theroux do a documentary?
Yes,
where
he did.
Went,
Yes,
and
he
that
did.
was really fucking good.
Really good.
Who are these people? Who are they?
They were
Paul Daniels is a magician.
Hey.
I've seen.
Hey.
And he went to their house, and when there's some noncy shit going on.
Yeah, it was weird. It was
Yeah,
fucking
Come
weird.
here.
What?
Come here, Alhan. Come here. You was a magician.
No, I don't know. Well, oh yeah, because of that Gasworks episode.
Yeah.
Isn't it? I used to do magic tricks with my parents in the living room. No, but and he had this massive scandal going on, and Louis Theroux was basically just.
You think he's gonna go past that on this show?
Go on.
You used to do magic tricks.
Yeah.
Talk to me. What is magic tricks?
No.
You disappear?
I just used to I had like a deck of cards. The best one, yeah. Before my mum came into the room, I blue tacked the card to the ceiling. Yeah. And I was like, this is your card, and then I thought, no way.
You better do the trick. You better do the tricks on me now.
Alright, cool.
Alhan's gonna show us his old school tricks.
Do you know 52 card picker? You can't not know that. Shit.
All I know is what's the game? Smack.
Penetration. Do you know how to play cheat? Can you play blackjack?
Yes. You wanna
Blackjack's
play?
my favourite.
You wanna play now?
I lost too much. How much did I lose that day in the casino? You know what? I was supposed to go and play.
Casino blackjack.
Yeah, no. I was supposed to go play blackjack with Ninja last week.
Oh wow.
You know Ninja, the Fortnite player.
Yeah.
He's like turned depressed, into coke, dyed his hair blue.
Blue hair,
similar
really?
to Zion and Khalifa, but. All right, pick a card. Look at it.
Yep.
Okay, put it here now.
Put it where?
Like here, face down.
Are you seeing this? Yeah.
Was your card the 5 of hearts?
Yes.
That's pretty strong, actually. Yeah. That's like mind control. Yeah. Because you didn't have to give him the card.
No,
He
didn't.
somehow.
So it's a trick.
Yeah.
That was it. But I didn't get it wrong, did I?
Of course not.
Right, so
but that's what they do. But the only difference was what's his name? Zaman.
Zaman, yeah.
The cards on the ceiling. The outside.
Well, that's
they
what. So
endorse the
yeah,
market.
no, one time, before I called my mum into the room, I practiced this one. I thought, nah, she's actually gonna love this. So basically, in Hamleys, they always used to be a magic show, and they would try and get to sell you the magic kit. So every Christmas you go, you know, and mum and dad would buy me like one gift, and it's fucking the best time of year. And there was always this magician, and he'd do the same tricks week in, week out, yeah. And then there'll be one, he said, okay, and the card was that your card? And you look up and it's the card stuck to the ceiling of Hamleys, yeah. So I was like, that is so sick. I was mesmerized by it. So the next week I went into Hamleys. I thought I was sick. I was like, I'm going to walk over. And I looked up and the card was there. I was like, fucking cunt. I was like, I've got it. So I thought, right, let me take this trick and do my own thing with it. So in my bedroom, with some blue tack, I put a card on the ceiling wall. I called my mum in, done the whole thing, and I was like, was this your card? She looked up, she just like screaming. She gave me the fattest smack across the face. So why are you putting blue tack on the ceiling and fucking painting on my living? But I swear to God, I was the most disheartened kid. Like, I was just trying to have fun and show them my mum a nice trick, and she flipped out, man. So that's when my magic career stopped.
I don't like that trick. I think in 10 years' time, people are going to be when you pick a card, they're going to tell you to go West End and go find the card. It's just all this go there, go here, go there. That Zaman guy made us walk round the room for cards. But he already put it there from 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah,
he
did.
Zaman in Turkish means time.
No, 1 second. Zaman means time in Arabic. And I speak Arabic.
And in German it means the man, Zaman.
Is it? Zaman. From time.
We've only done one question.
I know. Look, here's another one. I don't understand it. I'm going to ask it because I don't understand it. Herschel K21 asks, what's his plan after being booted off the Rap Game UK? Anyone get that?
Oh, I look like that Somali girl of Rap Game UK. There was a girl who looked like me. I think she was Somali.
Look like you or me?
Looked like me. Yeah, I don't know. Funny.
Yes, you know what I mean? Fucking hell.
I don't know.
You lot are making this very hard work this week.
This is no rules, man. Come on, man. Bring some serious questions.
Come on, give us some controversies. No one asking about,
No, this is not even
like sister's divorce case or something.
Yeah. Alhan, are you a bocat?
People love asking me that in public,
Huh?
I don't ask them. I ask people who matter, not fucking Stefan who's behind the till in Wilco. You get me? Just fucking scan it, you cunt. Dumb twat. Oh, here's one for you. Are you a boca? Fuck's sake.
Yeah, that's funny.
Is there anything good?
Nah, I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay, if you and Alhan, this is from Cotwell Avic. If you and Alhan teamed up for a no holds barred tag team tornado match, which 2 members of Filthy would you take on?
That sounds a bit fruity.
No, it's wrestling, bro.
Oh, is it?
We're in pants. It's definitely fruity.
Calm. I would take on Miles and Miles' mum.
Listen, Miles' mum wants to come on Filthy in a night.
Yeah, didn't he go in the room and do some undercover recording?
Yeah.
And
we're never quite sure when he pre-writes those jokes.
Shall I tell you something? Yeah, I really like Miles, but there is something about him that's like rather on the spectrum, innit?
That's what I thought, but it's actually the mum's mum. It goes all the way up. Ancestors. His mum's laugh. I said, your mum's got a serious cold for too long. Your mum can't be laughing like that. If my mum laughed like that, I would never tell her a joke. I'll always be serious.
It's like the auntie, the Simpsons, the aunties with the afro.
Yeah, Patty and Selma.
Yeah, that's What are they called?
Patty and Selma.
Patty and Selma, yeah.
Miles, your mum needs a new laugh. That's all I'm saying. But I'm not cussing your mum because you're gonna get emotional as usual.
That's not cussing her.
Well, he thinks I always get her.
Anything else?
Nah,
there's got to be one good one of these. Come on.
Nah, there's really not. It's haircut, beards.
What's the beard one?
Is Alhan getting a hair transplant on his beard?
That's good though. They're feeding.
They're watching. They're watching.
That's good. It's good. They're zooming in. That's good.
What team does Alhan rate? I'm guessing that's a football question.
Galatasaray. We went to Madrid last month. A couple of weeks ago. We got bum fucked 6-0.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, you took him.
Me, Hamza.
Is it? So Hamza, when are you going to take him to a Pakistani football game?
I don't think there are any Pakistani football games.
What? There's none?
Nah, man.
There's not one football team in Pakistan?
Nah, they play cricket.
Yeah, I know cricket is Pakistan's thing, but...
They don't know how to play football out there.
Is it?
They just run after a ball and that's it.
Well, basketball's Turkey's thing.
Is it? Oh, is it? Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
the tallest man in the world is from Turkey.
Now?
Yeah. The tallest man in the world is from Turkey.
Chairman.
No, Chairman's your height. You're 6. What are you, 6?
No, I'm not 6'9". No.
Huh? Chairman's taller than you?
Yeah. Good big 4 inches taller than me.
I've got a friend that's 6'9".
Who's Chairman?
That's my friend. I brought him to my Chairman's party. My Chairman loved him as well.
Really?
Yeah, but She don't like her. It's not his type.
All right, we're gonna wrap up these questions because I'm very disappointed. Everyone,
that was shit.
If you, it's not the jokes that are gonna get on the show, people. It's when you ask a question that's gonna lead the funny people. No, wait, no, leave it. The funny people are on the show. These two are the funny people. If you ask a question that the funny people respond to, that's gonna get on the show.
You know what the commenters? You know what the commenters have done? They've just opened up a talk for comedy, because that's the thing you have to understand is. The people that don't call themselves comedians are the ones that are funny.
Yeah.
The ones that call themselves comedians,
they're so shit.
Yeah.
All these Instagram comedians and these
I'm trying to laugh.
It's not funny now.
I can't. I just
If
want to laugh.
anything, you become more serious and depressed.
You know why Yardi is in my DMs complaining about all my jokes?
Why?
Because he's an Arsenal fan and he thinks that I should be a certain way as an Arsenal fan. But he doesn't know that I think he's one of the worst guys to ever watch. He hurts my spirit.
Just Instagram comedians. I think the funniest of all of them is Mike's comedy.
Mike's comedy
is fucking hilarious.
Was fucking. Listen, I think there's comedians that on Insta that have been funny and then drop some dead stuff. We all do. It's nothing. It's not a big deal. But there's just some that I haven't laughed.
They're not funny, yeah. They're not funny.
But my favourite is Munya Chihuahua. He's the funniest. Because I've never laughed.
He done a video of me today.
He looks like Musingwa.
He does.
That's why it's funny.
Yeah.
I just find it. The whole unknown P thing is very cringeworthy.
How sick? Another thing that you should be sick of at this point. How sick are you of get him on Gasworks?
Yeah, bro. I just get calls all the time. Before I've even woken up, there's people who've spoken to me and I haven't even woken up yet.
Yeah.
I don't know what conversation they're having with who. When's my Gasworks? I don't know, blood.
But
and it's always me that comes in. I don't think anyone hollers poet.
I think they figured that out.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Poet's probably too busy with fucking.
But poet lies though. That's the thing. Poet say, yeah, come tomorrow. That's the thing. That's poet.
Poet's going through a lot, man. You get me? You can't see the kids.
I want to go through more.
You know
Let
what?
him go for more. Poet, go for more.
Poet can't see the kids. Craig Mitch can't go to Liverpool.
It's a bit sinister.
What did he say?
Said it's a bit sinister.
Alhan, how can these guys be stressed about these kind of things?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
It's nothing.
It is nothing. Really,
I was
nothing.
a PE teacher.
You've had it all.
I don't give it. I've loved it.
Did you ever walk into changing rooms while the kids were getting changed?
I had to be in the changing when the kids were getting changed.
Really?
Yeah. I had to be in there.
In primary school, the girls and boys used to get changed in the same room, and it was a classroom. The classroom would change into the.
Oh yes, yeah, up to year 5 and year 6 separate.
Okay.
So from reception to year 4 together. Because I remember when I was in year 1, year 2, and I used to get changed, I always looked at pipes around me. Always.
That's the weirdest thing here was going to David Lloyd's and believe it or not, I used to go to the gym for a while. When I was younger, I used to play tennis and all these things. And just men walking around with their dicks out. I've never understood it in my life. Never.
But it's
the
normal
weirdest
though,
thing,
isn't it?
And I actually once saw my ICT teacher with his like naked, completely naked, and I've never seen him the same. I can't lie.
Both sides. You saw this pipe and the line.
Yeah.
So he turned around.
Mainly the pipe.
You've seen your teacher naked.
He was Russian, so he used to like just walk and.
No, but wait, one second. Alhan, how did you see your teacher naked?
So I've walked out because he would go to the. This wasn't at school. This was at David Lloyd's. Yeah. So he was walking around the change rooms naked. My ICT teacher, he used to live in Enfield as well. So I would just walk out of the change rooms and see him with his cock out.
Was he circumcised?
He was, yeah.
That's good then. No pain when he's shoulder shaking.
His name was Kovacevic, Mr. Kovacevic.
Is it? Is he with us today?
He is. The most organised man you'll ever meet in your life.
Is it?
Everything, he had a folder within his folder that was within his folder's folder.
Oh, they were kind of guys.
Bruv.
Well, how old were you when you saw him naked?
Year 7. Was year 7?
But you know what's crazy? It's like
this is crimes. This is crime.
Do you know what? You know what's crazy? Now, when you look at like other people around you's pipes and you realize, well, mine's bigger. It makes you feel like you can beat them up in a fight. It's like you're on top of the world. Me and Steve all got changed yesterday. I looked at his pipe. I said, "Gosh."
Yeah, I saw you guys doing a little catwalk.
Yeah, his pipe is still, it's
quite small. His one.
Yeah,
you had more of a bulge in your boxes than he did.
Yeah. But obviously I'm African.
But the thing is, it doesn't matter with Steve because he could actually give head with his mouth closed because of the gap in his tooth. His teeth is almost like a diplomatic number plate, isn't it? Because you got the numbers on both sides and the D right in the middle.
Don't worry, ladies, man. I think gap teeth is attractive in the next world.
What does that mean?
Did you get the joke though?
Yeah, of course I got the joke.
Because diplomatic number plates have got the D in the middle.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, we're going to move on from these comments.
Oh, I'm so fucking glad.
Yeah, it was terrible. Instead,
that was really bad. Refresh it. Maybe some ones come during the time that.
No, you're not wrong.
Don't refresh it, man.
One more.
Let's see. Let's benefit the doubt. Because these are your fans, you know. These guys haven't come from Gasworks or anything. These are your. Actually, I did retweet it. Fuck. Majority of your fans. I retweeted it 5 minutes ago. So for the whole time the tweet's been up, it's been mainly your fans who are asking dumb questions.
There's no rules. You keep me retweeting next hour.
So let's get into some Remember Wrestling.
Alhan, did you ever? That's what I want to know. Yeah, with all that.
I never watched wrestling.
You know,
I haven't had this.
Did you have Sky?
We didn't actually.
Cable?
No, just teletext and the 5 terrestrial channels.
Teletext was huge. 401 football news.
No, we had Freeview, man. We had Freeview. My parents were never. See, the thing about Turks, it doesn't matter how rich you are, how poor you are. I think you're just always a cheapskate, especially the older generation. So you could have maybe an 80-inch plasma, but you only have teletext or something. I don't know. There's just certain things that you don't buy. Why should I pay £100 a month for TV when
it makes sense though, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't feel like TV's really a thing anymore. But anyway, fuck all that. Nah, I used to go around my friend's house and always press the red button and play the games on Cartoon Network and stuff. That's the only. The closest I got to wrestling was going to my friend's house. And
so how did you show the shake with teletext? Because reading.
No, because on so the teletext also has a page 3, and it's kind of like
So it's just a picture.
It's just pixelated breasts.
Yeah, that's.
You know on a calculator when you do the bracket, the full stop bracket. And so that was it.
So you built a woman with lines.
I didn't. The teletext built it.
And you showed the shake to that.
Sometimes, or the weather page was better.
Well, and you still released the white stuff on the tissue to do all that stuff.
Not that young.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You just shaked it and that was it.
You remember, like I was only back then. I would have been maybe 10, 11 something. Similar to when I was getting changed in the changing rooms and there was a man like you just stood in the corner.
Not like me.
I'm
not Russian.
So all right, Specs, what do you remember about Kane?
You sent me a clip today to watch.
Yeah,
I don't watch it.
Yeah,
2 weeks in a row.
I know. Tigo sent it to me. Said send it to me, and I'm usually send it to my guests.
Yeah,
I didn't send it to you. He messaged me, said send it to Alhan now. Well, no, you asked me, and I thought, let me say, I knew you weren't gonna watch it,
and I knew you didn't.
But let me tell you something now. There's a guy.
He did send it.
After I told him. To
And Alhan, I want you to look at my frames when I tell you this. I'm looking at yours. There's a guy called Mankind.
Oh yeah, I saw you tagging me in this thing.
So why you not saying yeah when I say Mankind?
I said it.
Your Pakistani friend is a bit dodgy.
Don't talk to him like that.
So sorry.
Where you from?
What country?
Yeah. This is what I've said all the time. Yeah. No one should ever get rude or raise their voice to anyone else if their country doesn't have an embassy here. How can you shout at me or raise your voice and your country doesn't have an embassy?
You have an embassy. You got Turkish embassy.
We have an embassy. There's armed police outside all the time. Pakistan has an embassy as well.
You got Knightsbridge.
Yeah.
They're all in Knightsbridge.
We got embassy, but it's
so
not
if you don't have it, apologize to him then.
No, but we got embassy though.
Oh, you do?
But it's not in Knightsbridge.
Where?
It's not in Knightsbridge.
Do you know where the North Korean embassy is?
Where?
It's on A406. Honestly, type in the North Korean embassy. But go on. This is Remember Wrestling.
But no, wait. I will say that Specs' embassy. If you know anyone from one of Specs' countries, it's from many countries. Yeah. It's always got a queue of like 75 people.
Oh, them ones. Yeah. There was a guy at a Nigerian embassy who got refused a visa or something, so he just went and smashed all their diplomatic cars.
That's my embassy.
That was you, wasn't it?
No, yes, my dad's embassy. Anyway, my dad's embassy.
North Korean embassy is. Wait, what? What?
What does it say?
It's just someone's house.
That's Poet's house. That's Poet's house.
Yeah. That's Poet's house. Remember Wrestling. Specs, what do you remember about Kane versus Mankind on WWE, well, WWF at the time, Raw in a Hell in a Cell match, August 24th, 1998.
I remember Kane comes out first with his brother, The Undertaker. Alhan, I know you've heard of The Undertaker.
Everyone knows The Undertaker.
Yep. So
Undertaker, John Cena.
Yes. So now it's... Oh yeah, the diva. The diva. Someone was called a diva in wrestling, so we'll give it Miles' mum. So Kane comes out, The Undertaker. You know what I liked about them coming out? The strides together, amazing, walking in slow motion. They took that off RoboCop, liars. So they've come out. Undertaker waits out the ring. Kane goes in, does his, his normal. And then, of course, Mankind comes out. Alhan, I need you to see Mankind. I need you to see Mankind. Because I call you Alhan Kind.
No, I watched a clip.
Have you seen Mankind?
Yeah, he looks like me. Well done.
No, he doesn't look like you.
But
you took your look off him.
Okay.
That's the difference. So that's there's no joke there. It's serious.
Hagrid,
Sunday.
Mankind, Ron Jeremy.
Who's the one?
Hagrid.
Who's that?
Harry Potter. Hagrid.
One
Everyone
second.
says I look like
Ron
Hagrid.
Jeremy. That's X videos.
Yeah.
I can't see that. Is he with us, Ron Jeremy?
Yeah.
His pipe was
Crazy. Did you say you can't
thick.
see it? Did you say you can't see it?
Ooh, I can't
The
see
resemblance. You got mad.
Show us. Yeah, no, I see, but show us. What about the other part?
The
Yeah, is it the
You know
same?
what? I've never seen Ron
Yeah,
Jeremy.
they're going to say that, then it's going to be all the way, you know what I'm saying? you got one? He said he only plays cricket, so I go check. Yeah?
Can't find on Google Images. I'm not going to pull her.
So Mankind comes out. What I love about Mankind, he's walking, leaning to the side. I love Mankind's walk. Mankind walks out, and this is the worst thing I've ever seen in wrestling. Mankind starts to climb on top of the hell in the cell. So the cell, he tries to climb up. And then he realizes
This is the cage fight.
that he can't climb. I remember climbing back in the day. If you never had grip on that wall, you had to just come down. So he comes down. Obviously, the referees are trying to bring him down, and he just starts nailing the referees. He then walks around the other side of the cell. Right? Or does Kane interrupt him?
No, he was around, yeah.
No, I'm wrong.
Yeah, he does. No, he
No,
does.
no.
I've got the notes here.
So he walks around the other side of the cell,
Kombucha, yeah, it's good for your digestive system.
and he tries to climb up the other side.
Yeah.
But Undertaker intervenes and pulls him off, and this time he throws himself on the Spanish announcement table.
Yes, he does.
There was always a Spanish announcement table in wrestling. I don't know why. I think I've ever heard the Spanish announcement commentators even talk.
Because you don't watch Spanish
Oh, what, is that real?
TV. Yeah.
So why was it only their announcement table that always got? But why was it the Americans?
I don't know.
Didn't like that. That's a rubbish move from Vince. So anyway, the match starts to kick off with Kane and Mankind in the ring, and Mankind, Alhan, is just a wrestler that gets battered. He's got one ear. How did he lose his ear?
Yeah, some mad stuff.
Alhan, this guy just throws himself around the arena. Remember Jackass? What they used to do?
I never used to watch that.
Nah, obviously, but I know the guy, but we knew that they were doing
Psychopaths,
foolishness.
yeah.
Yeah. So he used to just throw himself everywhere. So Mankind's getting hit with chairs. He brings out pins, puts it on the floor, and gets thrown on top of the pins. He's having an absolute howler. But he's amazing to watch because he's just getting smacked up. And then Kane gives him the special move, the tombstone on top of the chair.
Is this, you see the Hell in a Cell, yeah? That's the cage, isn't it?
That's the...
So no one...
No. Hell in the Cell and Cage is different.
Kinda. They're the same.
Is it-
Really.
or
It's
is
got
it-
a roof on it.
I had a
Okay.
friend who was... I had, when I was growing up, a friend called Turgut. And he was a Turkish guy. He was very chubby. Like, his name and the way you pronounce his name almost just...
It's the same thing.
It's just the way, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just the way he... Like, Turgut. So, he was a fucking... I love him to bits, but... He was obsessed with wrestling. He had... You know them dolls you could stretch?
Yeah.
Stretch and
Armstrong.
stretch.
Armstrong.
Yeah, Stretch
Yeah.
Armstrong.
Yeah.
But it was a wrestling version.
Yeah.
He had actual like play model wrestling. There was chairs under the thing. But the only reason I know of Hell in a Cell, where if that's what it is the cage. He had the cage on the wrestling thing, and you could tie it, like pull it off.
That is an obsession because I think we all wrestling fans have tried to create their own Hell in a Cell and cage in their house.
But this way they bought it. It was an actual toy.
Is it?
Yeah. But is wrestling still a thing?
Now?
Because everyone says, when people say WWF, yeah, I think of the wildlife. the
World
animal.
Wildlife
Yes.
Fund,
But that's
yes.
actually what WWE was before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then who's the guy that owns WWE?
Vince McMahon.
Is that the guy that walks out like
Yeah.
that? Who-
No chance. That's his theme song.
Okay. There was and that girl.
Stephanie McMahon.
No, she's not wrestling, but she was stamping on a catwalk. The video came out last week. Demi Rose.
Oh yeah.
Like stamping while she's walking, and they basically compared it to
Vince. 100%. Yeah, wrestling. You probably would consume more wrestling just as memes these days and gifs.
That's the thing. Yeah, There were a lot of, but it was never real. That's the thing that I never understood.
No, but it's like watching a film.
There were two boys in my school that would watch wrestling. One guy called Marcus and another guy called Andrew, and I only know it through them. And we had debating society. And then once a month, everyone would come up with a topic, and you'd have to do a debate about it. And theirs was what was the debate?
Is it real or fake?
No, you could pick your topics. So I think one girl picked like, should we have TVs in our bedroom at this age and all this and that.
Oh my goodness.
But their one was wrestling, and why wrestling shouldn't be banned. And that's the only reason. That's the only relationship.
For me, it's like watching a film. You know they're acting, but there's a storyline that you got to follow. It's a serious storyline. Like if I told you now, my brother was in a fire and he died, you'd laugh. But if he come back with all plastic surgery and that looking for me, now it's interesting because when we meet, what's gonna happen? Is he gonna fire me back? Am I gonna use a fire extinguisher? This is interesting, Alhan.
That's one extreme storyline. That's not how most wrestling was.
I said example.
Yeah, it's not an example that proves the rule, though, is it?
Wrestling's fine. It's got a storyline. There's a storyline, T.
It's the No Rules show, and because Alhan refused to watch the wrestling because he hates wrestling so much and thinks everyone who likes wrestling is childish, we're going to turn this into the Remembering Battle Rap. Now, I don't know if you know this, Specs, but Alhan has a massive aversion to American music. And Americans in general, I would assume.
No, I actually really like Americans.
Really?
Some of the people that I look up to are Shkreli, Jordan Peterson, who else? George Bush.
What? George Bush?
What? He's amazing.
George Bush?
He done the biggest terrorist attack on the planet and got away with it.
What about his dad?
Oh yeah, he's George Bush as well, isn't it? Yeah. Nah, fuck him. Shkreli, Peterson. I like America. I like Americans, but their music is everything's little.
Are you allowed over there?
I haven't been there yet.
You might not be allowed.
Let's go together.
Let's do it. I've always said the first time I go to America is when someone pays me to go, and no one's been paid. And I think I'm not really helping myself when I'm screaming "fuck America" every day.
Should have told me, man. I could have got you on that AJ plane.
I was a bit upset. Why didn't you give me on that AJ plane?
What was that noise?
Because I thought you were banned from America.
What was that noise?
This.
Oh, okay. I thought one of you two guys let air on the No Rules show without making eye contact with me.
Go on, let's talk about battle rap because I think it's terrible.
DFAFD, Don't Flop All Fucking Day. Do you know about Don't Flop?
Nope.
So Don't Flop, it was the biggest kind of UK battle rap thing, league. They were fucking sick. They had Big J, the funniest. There was a guy on there called Enigma.
Bring up all these guys, by the way.
Say again?
No, I'm bigging them up in case they're watching.
Good. Lunacy.
I remember Lunacy.
Mickey Worthless. Blizzard. Some of the funniest players.
These names are terrible. Guys, I don't want to big none of you guys.
Blizzard's a good guy. Manchester. Yeah.
Is it?
The funniest was Big J. There were Big J and Lefty and they do duos. There was a guy there called Villain as well. He was albino. How'd you say it?
That's either way.
Transparent.
Yeah. So wait 1 second.
Translucent.
Translucent, like that's better.
The last time I watched,
but genuinely,
was Professor Green and Professor Green and who's the other guy? Jump Off. All these Jump Off guys.
Oh yeah, Jump Off was.
Yeah. Where's Jump Off?
What happened to Jump Off?
Do you want the answer?
I'll die to know.
We fucking asked you for no reason.
Don't deserve the answer. Clearly, the guy who ran Jump Off was I think Charlie Sloth's manager. Okay. And they focused on those operations and just kind of went, let's focus on Charlie Sloth. And now he's on Apple Music getting zilch views.
So what do you think of that, Alhan?
What?
Charlie Sloth. Because the last time you were on BBC Radio.
Yeah.
And
oh, yeah.
Charlie Sloth messaged me for Alhan's mouth. Like, Charlie, just because I'm next to Alhan and he's ripping you, don't come to me. Call Alhan yourself. Did he end up calling you?
No. I didn't hear from him. I just heard... He's on fire! Do you think his voicemail was like, you know what time it is when you hear this, right? That's wrestling, isn't it?
Exactly. That's why wrestling's massive. Charlie Sloth's a commentator.
But anyway, fuck with that. Yeah, Jump Off. And there was a twerking competition in Jump Off. Some guy ended up coming himself, innit?
Nah, see, that's the sort of thing I remember reading about, but not experiencing necessarily.
Yeah.
It was good, man. I used to go West End and watch them live, man. And all the English guys have baggy t-shirts, proper like covering, up to the knee.
Yeah.
You know this doesn't have a 25.
Is it of what?
Some advent calendars do only go up to 24.
Okay, why?
Because Christmas Day is like
And
you
this,
don't need a
and
little
this store
chocolate.
doesn't have a number.
Is it?
Yeah. But battle rap. So what can you tell me about battle rap? What do you?
So I've been trying to get T into battle rap. I've been watching it. I'm just obsessed with the bars. But
battle rap is what kind of taught me quick wit and the quick comebacks and the jokes that know no boundaries. There's a guy. So this guy Enigma, real name George Kelly. I'm close with him now. Like we're good friends. He was on Dating in the Dark or something.
Yeah.
But he was one of the best battle rappers, and he was battling this girl called DK, and he said he'd rather stick. He's like, "You're so ugly. I'd rather stick my dick in my own daughter's mouth."
Ooh.
Right, so that's not battle rap.
No, but it was hilarious. It was hilarious.
Your own daughter's mouth.
Well, she's clapped.
Yeah, but
She's clapped.
yeah, still do it. Just close your eyes.
You can close your eyes to your daughter.
Nah, I've got a daughter.
What about your stepdaughter?
No. No way. Even if you said to me Undertaker versus you tomorrow for that, never. No way. I can't. It's not good for my spirit. I'm a spiritual guy. It's not good for my spirit.
What's good about battle
Tigo
rap?
or your stepdaughter?
Tigo knows that already.
Tigo or me?
Stand up, you got to turn around, both of you.
Zion or Khalifa?
Battle rap doesn't have beats.
No,
it's just straight, yeah.
do you know what I like? Do you know
jarring.
what I'm obsessed with? I'm obsessed with the guy with the bald head with the beard. What's his name? Smack?
He doesn't watch American battle rap.
I don't know about America.
So you just about English battle rap?
But I'm telling you, it's the funniest
No,
thing
you need
ever
to watch American battle rap. Goods,
But I can't-
K-Rock,
What's the American battle rap league?
Charlie Clips,
Begins with a K
Loaded
or
Lux,
something,
Murder
isn't
Mook. Who?
KOTJ?
Yeah, what's that? The king of...
King of... What's the American battle rap?
URL.
No.
There's a king of the something as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we've remembered battle rap. That's basically it.
Yeah, well, that's good, man.
Why don't we start? We should start one, man.
What?
Like
battle
a
rap?
funny, yeah. Like imagine me.
Well, let's go now.
You go first.
No, you go first.
Heads or tails? Do you know what Cassidy said? They asked Cassidy.
No, that's not what he was going for, I don't think. It's rock, paper, scissors.
No, it's rock, paper, scissors.
What paper scissors?
Yeah,
Right,
if I don't win the first one, then it's best of 3.
1, 2, 3, shoot.
One second. He's rock paper scissors. There's no words. You know what paper scissors is different.
Go on.
You focus on the card
Rock,
in the
paper,
ceiling.
scissors, shoot.
You ready?
Rock, paper, scissors. Go on, you start. Because
Alhan, one second.
but you had an opportunity to win.
No, but Alhan, just do your rock paper scissors one more time.
What is there to say?
Why is this one so like I don't know? It's sly. It's like you're stealing something.
I'm shook. That's what it is. I'm concentrating.
Alright, go. You ready? Let's do your one, yeah. I don't want to battle. Alhan's won. He's won with rock paper scissors.
But yeah, we remember battle rap. Well done.
Okay, now we're going to get into some no rules news.
I never make it this far, so I don't know what to expect. He gets to remember wrestling. I'm like, switch off.
Well, this first news story comes from ARS Technica. Esports gamers experience same stressors as pro athletes, study finds. Alhan's a gamer.
I play good games.
Grand Theft Auto,
Grand Theft Auto, the new Call of Duty's out. FIFA. Should I tell you something? FIFA's taught me a lot about football.
Really?
I've learned what the offside rule is, kind of.
Yeah.
I score goals on pro clubs.
It's taught Poet a lot as well.
Huh?
It's taught Poet a lot as well.
Yeah.
I don't like FIFA.
I think PlayStation's taught Poet a lot about life. Just in general.
I just went in a group and he was actually playing PlayStation right now as we speak.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Should I tell you something? I think athletes can go through stress. esports athletes can go through stress. But I think the person that gets the most stressed in the whole kind of sports industry is Craig Mitch. He's going through a lot right now.
What does he get stressed at though?
You know, Raheem Sterling being booed. That's genuinely the most racist thing I've ever seen in my life.
I mean,
well, listen, let's congratulate Mitch on his new award.
Oh yeah,
he just got an award. Yeah, he just got a new award. Nice watch.
That's a good award. What do you think though? You're friends with Ninja.
Mm.
Do you
Ninja.
I feel like
I mean, if Ninja's what we're gonna go by, then yeah, they're severely depressed. They're severely fucking. They just turn to drugs.
Allegedly.
No. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think the whole.
You met David Beckham though.
He did, yeah. It was for
the same thing. Yeah.
Well, if we're gonna go by David Beckham, he's also another really good example of how they, turn depressed.
Yeah.
Turn to drugs.
Listen,
Ninja and David Beckham, literally the prime example of.
David Beckham turned to drugs.
I don't know. He's done something. I went to school with his niece. His son Brooklyn's got the same birthday as me.
Oh really?
Yeah, 4th of March, 1999.
Son Brooklyn played for Arsenal.
Is it?
Did he?
For a little.
So what happened to Beckham Academy? That's all I want to know.
He sent his son to go work in the coffee shop.
Did he?
Yeah, because he wanted them to be grateful, and then he had like a C-Class coupe parked outside the entire time.
And then did a
talking of C-Class coupe,
campaign.
That's actually the car Craig Mitch drives, right? So we should just talk about Craig Mitch and how. I don't know. I think the.
Alhan, have you got your name on your number plate as well, like Mitch? Is it?
Yeah.
Alhan, everyone's got their name on their number plate. Yeah.
Have to, man.
Okay, I like that.
Has Mitch got his name on his number plate?
Yeah.
Doesn't he have L1V3R?
Fuck yeah, no.
That's a bit sinister.
He's got like a shrine of Raheem Sterling in the glove box.
You don't play video games, Specs. Oh, actually, you do. You've been playing ISS.
I just started playing ISS on PlayStation.
ISIS.
You know what? Yeah, ISIS, yeah. But you know what it is?
ISIS International Super Soccer Stars.
Yeah.
I used to play that.
Yeah, that was
on
a good
the
game.
N64.
Yes.
And you could slide tackle the goalkeeper.
Yes.
And you get sent off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could do it on FIFA as well back in the day.
But then they'd all start booing you.
Yeah.
And then
you said Ric Flair. You was about to say Ric Flair. You was about to say Ric Flair.
I was about to say Raheem.
Oh.
But then Craig just starts writing a tweet about the thing.
Listen, you know what it is for me.
Has he lost any work for that?
Ooh.
As yet, no.
What did the BBC say about?
They've yet to say anything. They refused to comment. They reported on it. It's on the BBC's website.
That's why I like the BBC, because they're very.
They have to be in the middle.
Yeah, but they're democratic because it's a public-funded organisation. So if there's redundancies at the BBC or if there's been a scandal, the BBC would report on their own thing. It's a bit like friendly.
But if that happened to you, if you was like on the BBC or whatever it is, for bad news, how would you deal with it?
Well,
because I'll sign it. I'll retweet it.
You have to own it.
That's what I'm saying. I'll sign it.
Do you know what? If you had a situation like
Craig Mitch came and wrote like a love letter to no one. He wrote 2 tweets and he was saying, "I'm so like who it was," and he put a heart at the end of it or something. It was to no one. And then someone commented, just replied, and they got a load more likes than he did. Just shut up. That's the best way.
Retweeting the headlines is a great move.
Yeah,
I love that.
If they, I had my own like when they tried cancelling me because I made the joke. Yeah. I just bought a billboard in Shoreditch and put my face on it to get me.
One of the best things that's ever been done in the name of cancel culture.
That's the thing, man. I think Twitter is just a headache, and you can choose to be affected by it, or you can choose to just like
literally go on any other social platform and you won't have it.
Yeah. I'm on what Alhan's on.
Craig Mitch, that's what you should do. Open a LinkedIn page.
He's got a LinkedIn page.
It couldn't bother me, I don't think.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit? We're here to visit. We're going upstairs soon.
That's the thing. At the end of the day, it's 11:59 p.m.
That's the truth.
Well, yeah, it's the truth. Yeah.
So what's the news?
It was about esports gamers. It's I realised that these aren't comfortable. Like 2-3 episodes in, I just
listen. When you travel with him, he's first class. We're fifth class.
Yeah. Next news story comes from the BBC. It's not the one you're thinking of. Drug dealers sentenced after residents took action. Now this is really good. This is really good. Drug dealers who were exposed when disgruntled residents put up fake street signs have been jailed. What? You think, how can a fake street sign fall on the drug dealer?
I don't get it.
The East London residents commissioned artists to create drug dealers only parking spaces and crack pickup points last September, sparking a police investigation.
I've seen this. This isn't new.
I didn't say it was new.
So one second.
It is 18th of November.
Oh.
But why are you calling me out on the newness?
I don't know.
Yeah.
So what? They got people to make road signs
that say crack.
I know because I saw the car parking space that said drug dealers only.
Yeah, and it was in Snaresbrook. And all this came to light because of resident. But yeah, they fooled drug dealers.
So the drug dealers went to the parking spots and.
I thought they thought, yeah, we're on it. Have you ever watched The Wire?
Never. Has to be. If The Wire was a movie, I'll watch it. If it's a series, I'm not watching it. I don't watch series.
Only series I watch is Gaswork.
Yeah.
And even then, I don't watch it.
And at least Gaswork has an ending as well.
Yeah.
Fecky was on it.
Why does it? Why is Fecky on it?
Yesterday.
Is it?
Yeah, but we're banging on
Stefflon Don's ex.
Yeah.
That's one way to describe him.
Yeah, they were together. No,
he's a man within his own right. He's made big tracks, and Booba Bang, still sitting here. The remix.
Yeah. He's still got money, or does he need me to give him some money?
Well, he's got really big veneers.
Is it?
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean he's got money though.
Hack.
I can't lie. That news story was shit.
Well, you kind of jumped in it now, and it's like all the details are just like, and it's like, how am I going to rescue this? Pictures of the drug dealers, they're good pictures.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
That's why I used to love watching Crime Watch. At the end,
Yeah,
they just have everyone's thing.
Yeah, I love
Crime Watch is the best.
Did you ever
TV
call
show.
the number? It's a reward.
No.
Sorry, reward. Let me just try and. I think it's this guy and call up. No.
No, I never called the Crime Watch.
It's not snitching. It's checking.
No, it's not snitching. That's the thing. Because they've got the information. They just want to put the pieces together. If they had no information, and that's you're just helping bridge a gap.
If there was a reward and it said Ferdinand,
Yeah.
would you say I know that? Would you tell police? Huh?
Ferdinand Amaro. What's your surname?
Ume.
Yeah.
Would you?
Unai Emery.
No, don't say no.
I would. I'll snitch on my boy for a bit of money.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's the snitching thing in the ends is a big thing, man.
Everyone loves talking about snitching this, snitching that. We're all tax-paying citizens that work
We're
hard.
not all. We are all.
Yeah.
But the grander we are not.
No,
all.
but no. I mean, a lot of drug dealers pay tax.
Not that many.
They do.
How?
Well, they get caught and serve a life sentence, and that's pretty much being taxed, isn't it?
Well, that's
that is their tax.
It's true. If you
well,
look at
kind of not. No, because it costs the government more money to keep him in prison.
Does it really?
Yes.
Because when Jeremy Corbyn and Boris were arguing the other day, a lot of things came out.
Jeremy Corbyn said he's going to give free Wi-Fi, free travel, free buses for under 25-year-olds. What else was free? Free. Come on.
He wants to privatize the rail. He wants to nationalize the rail.
Okay, everything's free.
I didn't read the manifesto. I saw Lily Allen say it was the best.
The only thing that should be free is Remtrex.
What's that?
Free Remtrex, 100%.
What's
Well,
Remtrex?
he's free now. The rapper
Is he free?
Birmingham, yeah. Remtrex
I was
is
with
free.
JK yesterday.
Really?
All these new rappers coming out, man. They're not landing on me yet.
And ups, yeah.
He's not a new rapper. Remtrex has been about for time.
Remtrex.
Remtrex. Hard MC. Remtrex.
No.
And if you don't rate it, just suck your fucking mum blood.
Brum MCs. Alhan's big in Birmingham.
Is it?
I love Birmingham, man.
I was on the go next week.
I'd happily move to Birmingham.
I was going to buy land in Birmingham a year ago. Remember Tigo?
I do.
And I pulled out.
Genuinely the funnest thing. Why didn't you tell Poet to pull out?
Where?
We're going to do one more piece of No Rules news. This is from the New Zealand Herald.
This is the kind of shit I like.
British man nearly dies after parasite crawls into his penis and lays eggs.
We're not doing this again.
Why?
Last time there was another penis thing. The whole blew up all this rubbish. And now there's another one.
What blew up?
With Steve-O. Remember the penis? What happened? What happened again? What happened with Steve-O, man? With the hole.
Penis?
Not Steve-O's penis. One of the guys.
Oh, the one that went through his gap tooth?
Yeah.
the diplomatic number plate. Yeah, go on.
Do you remember the hole of the
Oh yeah, he had something in his penis. Yeah, a knife. No, so it was a No Rules news
There used to
segment.
be a thing here. So the thing growing up was the Pain Olympics. Did you ever hear about the Pain Olympics?
No.
You know about the Pain Olympics? The Pain Olympics is like a video compilation of the most painful stuff, and there was stuff of like people sticking things down the hole in their penis.
No.
So a parasite's laid into his dick, and so how's my man got ovaries?
A British man nearly died after a parasite crawled up his penis and laid eggs in his body. The parasite crawled inside his body when the man went for a swim in Lake Malawi in Southeast Africa. The man says he was on the holiday of a lifetime.
Where's South Malawi?
Southeast Africa.
But what country is it?
Malawi
I'm guessing Malawi.
Isn't it the smallest country in the world?
It's one of the smallest countries in Europe, in Africa.
Hold on, before we continue discussing this topic, does Malawi have an embassy in this country?
Okay.
No, there's no way.
Does Malawi
They don't.
have an English embassy? The High Commission of Malawi maintains.
Just type in Malawi embassy, see if it comes up.
Okay.
It's Wood Greenwood Shopping Centre.
Kingsland, Dorset, Ridley Road Market.
Yes, it does.
All right, we can carry on talking about. Well, hold on,
and it looks a lot more serious. It's in Holborn.
Okay, fine.
What's
Fine.
in
That's
Holborn?
central. That's
Yeah.
zone 1.
Okay,
Fine.
So
Yeah, no, that's
Okay,
good.
we'll
That's
go
good.
back to the-
That's classy. Okay, we'll go back to the story. The man says he was on the holiday of a lifetime. James Michael from London sounds like a fake name.
Sounds like George Michael.
Yes.
I mean, he's got a first name as his surname.
Yeah. Well, I can't laugh at that because my name's Ferdinand.
Yes. Or
Yeah,
Freddie.
it doesn't matter.
Or Freddie.
Alhan's Alan in English, isn't it?
No, it's just Alhan.
Oh,
In English, just get the fuck out.
no, okay.
Go back to where you came from.
James Michael from London contracted schizomyelitis, also known as bilharzia. He sound fake. Following that swim. When I look back at photos from my time in Africa, it's weird to think that that's where the parasite crawled up my penis. 32, contracted the disease in 2017. Returned to London when the symptoms began, and a couple of months later, he began losing feeling in both of his legs.
You think about going
That happened to Hamza.
Is it? Happened to you?
He was paralyzed from the waist down.
What?
Because Stephen the Madman.
What happened?
Stephen the Madman.
What happened?
With the bad man.
What do you do?
It's just a bit too rough one night and it's lost feeling.
Is it?
Yeah.
What actually happened again?
Thing is, the disease is like, you know, your white blood cells, they kill like bacteria and stuff, but sometimes they go a bit mad and start attacking your nerve cells.
Is it?
Yeah, so I just lost feeling.
How do I not get into this stuff?
You can't, it might just happen to you randomly one day. It's rare, it doesn't happen to everyone, but it could
So-
just happen to you.
So you can't feel yourself.
It's how
When your shoulder
that's
shaking.
how Gracious K started the migraines gang.
Is it?
Because he was actually stuck on a chair.
Sure.
He's trying to.
He's not my
Get out
friend.
of it.
He's not my friend, by the way.
Why?
Because I sent for him back when it was MCs. Back in the day, I think I said a rude bar after him.
He's
And
probably
ever since
forgotten.
he's been.
He's
been on to me.
He's been happily.
I think he
married
wanted to
since.
attack me. Then he realized that I'm not one of those guys you can try and attack because all my friends are 6'9".
What year is this? You're talking 07.
Yeah, long time.
I think things have changed now. He's a good guy now.
I see him now, but he's still. He would have been so long.
Oh, really?
Oh.
So, I mean,
I'm gonna get him on the show.
He spent 3 months in a wheelchair, 4 months on crutches. He had terrible acne. Around, down his
Do you know
back
what
and
it is?
arms.
I think when you go Africa and you're staying in the village, you should never try and sleep naked or something for one.
Ooh, swimming.
Oh, was he swimming?
You were swimming, yeah.
But it was in a lake.
Lake Malawi.
don't go
yeah.
swimming.
Okay, so you don't go swimming in the lake. That's again, it's either you get that up your penis or you get a crocodile coming for you. Trust me, the crocodiles come out of
Are
nowhere.
there crocodiles in Africa?
What? The biggest crocodiles in Congo.
Is-
Remember Felix?
Yeah.
What was the crocodile's name again?
Burner Boy.
I think it was Burner Boy. No, I remember.
I'll do one more.
Yeah.
This was from The Guardian. World's first vagina museum to open in London.
Sick. Bowcat galore.
Muffbusters exhibition begins in Camden in hope of
Muffbusters, what a
tackling myths on taboo body parts.
It just looks like a feminist fucking. You know, I hate all that bollocks, all taboo and all this body parts. And why do these, like, some girls, yeah, just love the fact that they're on a period? Like, they just love normalizing the fucking period and talking about it all the time. It's such a fucking ball ache.
It is weird, yeah. It's like everyone wants to make everything so normal, but like if guys were to tell everyone exactly the shit they did when they were in their own like shoulder shaking and all that.
Yeah, but they're like fucking, I don't know, just like, I'm on my period and just being loud about it. No one gives it. It's fucking disgusting. It is disgusting. It might be a normal thing that happens. It's
Yeah, there's
fucking
a lot
horrible.
of
There's
disgusting
blood
normal
coming out of your
things,
vagina.
yeah.
It's fucking disgusting.
You know what's like living with women? Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen blood or anything. I think they're discreet with it. They've got pockets.
But
to
you must
hide
have
it
seen
and
like
stuff, which is good.
Tampax around the house or.
I don't think I've noticed it, man. I would notice it more on probably like Paul Bear. But I don't think I'll notice it. Yeah, if
What's
I'm watching
Paul
on
Bear?
TV, Paul Bear is someone that passed away. Though.
There's no reason for him to be associated with this situation. Would you go to the vagina museum?
Yeah. I'll go there. Would
Apparently
you
it's got some underwear in a glass case.
I'll be real with you. You know what I've noticed about myself? I won't go there. When I was in Amsterdam last week, I walked past the
sex,
3D sex house where you go in, you can watch 3D sex, and I was like, nah.
Isn't 3D sex just the real thing?
Is it a real thing? What's 3D? You put glasses on.
Actually, no.
You put glasses on.
Real sex would be 4D, isn't it? Because it's the full immersive experience.
And
touch
there's
like water and shit.
smell.
That's what 4D is. I remember when I went Legoland and there was a 4D thing there, and it was raining, like inside the cinema.
So I did 4D at I was in Atlanta once in a Coca-Cola museum.
Oh.
Dumbest thing in the world. The chair just shocks and then you get blow wind in your face.
But what are they showing you?
It was just propaganda film, yeah.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah. So that's not me. I'm not putting glasses on to watch anything. I've got my real glasses to watch anything I want to watch.
What's the top story at the moment? What's like the top thing? I know what you're trying to do with the niche stuff.
Well, the next segment we have is
oh shit, there's more.
Is Spex's Brexit update.
So Alhan, did you see Jeremy Corbyn and Boris Johnson
I didn't watch
do their rap battle style?
Rap battle.
Yeah,
I watch it.
So they're both on stage.
Joe Swinson was there as well.
Who?
Joe Swinson.
She wasn't though, was she?
Wasn't she?
No, Joe Swinson.
Oh, she was the ref.
She didn't get.
No, there was a ref there.
No,
That
Joe
was,
Swinson didn't get minutes.
Yeah, she's
went
the
there.
moderator from ITV. Innit?
I like the fact that when they were arguing, someone from the audience asked them a question. A beautiful question. A question I would have asked.
Did you get a gift for each other? That one?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was for me was like, okay, now I'm watching it.
Exactly.
I don't want to hear about 40 hospitals about to be made.
He got a lot of backlash. A lot of people said that it was a wasted opportunity asking such a dumb question, and the kid then later said, said, I don't regret nothing.
I hope he doesn't.
That's a nice question. That's the thing about politics, yeah.
It's too serious.
Too serious, man.
I think you could probably learn more from a politician's intentions by asking them a question that's not about something they've practiced.
I've been asked to go on a panel with Jeremy Corbyn next week.
Yeah.
I'm still in two minds whether I want to do it because I wrote a tweet saying he's just breading everyone, isn't it?
Yeah, of course he is.
I like Corbyn.
JK blocked him.
Yeah, I saw that. I like Corbyn, but I just think he's a bit try-hardy.
You should go, man.
I've been saying, you're not gonna get Snoochie Shy and Slow Tie and these people in your shadow cabinet. So stop trying to bread them.
Yeah.
I know. Innit?
You could probably get a place in a shadow cabinet though.
I think
it wouldn't be cabinet, shadow cabinet.
I'll get involved. The thing about politicians, yeah, and this is why Trump won. They just want someone that they can relate to. Boris Johnson is not someone that you can relate to.
No, he is. You're not gonna tell me that.
Go on.
I relate to.
Actually, you know what? I can relate to Boris Johnson more than you can.
Of course you can.
His grandparents are Turkish.
Or the way, he doesn't brush his hair or wash his face in the morning.
Yeah, exactly. How can Boris Johnson, not get dressed properly, not do his hair, doesn't wash his face, all these things, but he still looks like the cleanest out of the two of them? Jeremy Corbyn
is a scruff.
Yeah. I love him. Yeah, I know he means well. His policies, he's a cute old man. He's like granddad. He
makes jam.
But just imagine this, yeah. You've got all the world leaders. It's the G20 summit, yeah. They arrive in their the bulletproof BMWs and the Jaguars and all these things. And then fucking Jeremy Corbyn just comes on his bicycle and locks it on the front gate.
Yeah.
There's some things that it takes to be like a proper...
I don't think Boris is that either, though.
No, Boris would have a Jaguar, wouldn't he?
Yeah, 100%. Theresa May
had the Jaguar.
Yeah, 100%.
Theresa May's a fucking slag as well.
Well, you made a video about Theresa May.
I did make a video about her. It was a Valentine's thing, yeah. That's why she's a slag, because she didn't get back to me.
True, yeah. She should have embraced
no views
that.
from me yet, boy. She hasn't given no views. I'm not interested in Theresa May.
But the thing is, what was you going to say about my man's question?
Yeah, but so when you asked about the Christmas presents, what would you get each other?
It was sweet, innit? Yeah.
Yeah, Jeremy Corbyn said he will get Boris a Christmas carol sung by John Dickens.
He said he would get him a copy of The Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens.
John Dickens. That's what I heard. John Dickens. I typed it in YouTube and I listened. He's got 2 hours and 40 minutes Christmas songs, movie, whatever.
Charles Dickens, who wrote Oliver Twist. He wrote A Christmas Carol that the Muppets made a version out of. This is a literary icon.
See, this is the thing.
He took a good dig.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Is it a good dig? It's basically saying he doesn't understand the meaning of Christmas, but it's like, oh, really?
And then Boris said, well, I'm going to give him...
Jam.
Was it? What did he say? Jam dabs.
It's because Jeremy Corbyn had his own brand of jam or something.
He makes jam.
Yeah. He makes jam. That's why he said he was going to get him jam.
With paper that says Brexit confirmed.
Yeah.
Terrible presents.
Who are you gonna vote? Are you gonna vote? Are you registered to vote?
Excuse me? I voted before.
Good.
I'm gonna vote again.
Poet isn't registered to vote.
Of course not.
I'm
gonna vote.
I don't think Craig Mitch is ready. If Craig Mitch could vote, he'd probably vote for Raheem Sterling in Liverpool.
In fact, one of the Jaguars, I saw Numplet said Craig Mitch, so he might be, you know, a sofa driver for them guys. You never know. But I'm gonna vote for Conservatives. You know why? Because I need the old wrestling back.
What's that mean?
Yeah, that's what it means to me. 'Cause I don't know what they're talking about. Referendum. They love that word. What the fuck does that mean?
You know what Brexit is, right?
That we're moving closer to the United States. That's what it means, isn't it?
Basically. Nah, Brexit is basically, it's all about gasworks. So the BR stands for boiler room, and the exit is obviously us trying to leave.
Oh, then I'm all for Brexit then.
Yeah, good.
December
Good.
no, January. December. When is it?
December the 12th is when is the election day.
Because it was meant to be on Maya Jama's Halloween party. They changed it. So
Yeah, we're leaving on 31st. Yeah.
For the general elections.
Yeah.
Allegedly, we won't leave.
What date was the election in Pakistan?
Oh, I did not have it. Bro, it was years ago.
Wasn't it your leader?
Imran Khan.
No,
Sounds like a boxer.
We've already got a Khan. here. You can't have one. You can't have a Khan again. Huh?
Imran Khan.
No, we've got a Khan. One of them former mayors is Khan.
Sadiq Khan.
Sadiq Khan. He's not former, he still is.
Is it?
Yeah. Imran Khan.
Just get Oliver Khan, man. He's German.
So, when did you come down on Brexit? Because obviously Turkey's not in the EU, and that's.
Oh yeah, you don't have to go to the army, innit?
No,
After a certain age, or it's changed.
Or you can pay 10 bags.
Is it?
Yeah.
10 bags, and you're free. Wow.
How long have you got before you can't go home?
I don't know. Talking about, I think is it 6 months? I don't know.
Fucking
But
hell.
talking about the got visiting the army. Yeah, did you see that South Korea or whatever Korea it was? It won't be North. They're all in the army. But South Korea said that their K-pop stars have to join the army.
All the footballers do as well, yeah.
Is it exempt from it? K-pop is like the big thing out there, and it's like these pretty boys that sing. It's kind of like McFly or Little Mix, so kind of like Vibba. Yeah, Vibba, for example. Vibba would be K-pop. Vibba would be K-pop. So, yeah, they're not exempt, and they have to go to the army. Now imagine this, yeah. Imagine Poet was in the army. That's literally what K-pop is. They're just pretty boys that dress really nice and sing a song. Now imagine putting these guys into the army. It'll be a fucking shambles.
But you know what would be good? I think if we all join the army, whether you give us guns, nuclear weapons, proximity mines, we're not going to use none of that. We're going to go have fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you ever see the video of Alhan in the army?
Yeah, I was embedded with the British Army for a week.
Is it?
I don't think they liked him.
They did, you know. They actually did.
Did they? Good.
Yeah. There was a guy called Kevin there. He just kept texting me about Nando's all the time. I said, bro, you'll come back when you come back, man.
So you joined the army?
No, I was with the, I done a film with the army.
Oh,
yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. I was fine. It was rubber bullets.
Nah, no bullets is touching me, man. Forget that stuff. GoldenEye told me all about that.
But the Ministry of Defence, so they actually hollered advice to make the film, yeah. And basically, obviously, the British Army, they're trying to push and recruit a lot of, young people. They've done a massive campaign earlier this year, and they got in trouble for it.
Yeah.
But they're kind of like generalising young people, saying if you're a gamer or whatever.
Yeah.
Just like playing on stereotypes, and it backfired for them. I don't know. They tried to be too funny, and the woke police got them. But basically, the Ministry of Defence hollered advice, and like, look, we need someone young,
the youthful thing,
who's gonna come. Yeah, we need someone young who's gonna come with us to the army. So Vice were like, Vice make massive films, and obviously they got Vice News, which is their division that covers war and conflict, and they've been to Iraq and Syria. They've been frontline all around the world. They're covering the Hong Kong protests. Like, these guys have risked their lives here. So Vice just sent them a list of the journalists who've done all this war shit, and they're like, look, take your pick. And they're like, nah, these guys are all 25 to 30.
Jake Hammerhan.
Yeah, my guy. Exactly.
Jake's a bad boy.
He's a bad boy for real.
You don't know too much, man. You know too much.
So Vice were like, the Ministry of Defence were like, no, we don't want any of these guys. They're way too old. We need someone younger. So Vice obviously thinking, nah, like Alhan does gasworks, takes the piss out of everyone. We're not sending him to the army. So they sent over another list of like kind of younger but still fairly old. And the Ministry of Defence were like, nah, just someone young. So Vice were like, okay, cool. Look, there's this guy. His name's Alhan. He might not be your cup of tea, but just watch this video. So they sent a video that I done on the royal family. Yeah. And it's quite patriotic, and the Union Jack, and
I wouldn't say patriotic, but yeah.
Yeah, but it was kind of like nationalistic. It was taking the piss.
It put you in the position of a British person, yeah.
Yeah, but I was wearing a Union Jack suit and stuff.
True, yeah.
You get me? So They sent that video, but they were very careful to leave out Gasworks, and they made sure they didn't send any of my other videos because they thought, nah, he just like they'd be annoyed if they sent it. Anyway, and the Ministry of Defence like responded within an hour, like we fucking love it, especially Gasworks and especially.
There you go, yeah. Because they
so
don't
the Ministry of
realise-
Defence watched Gasworks and loved it, So these guys were very careful not to send him that videos. They were like fuck it, and then they came back saying these are the ones that we love.
Yeah.
And then
So let's go make a no rules film.
And then they hollered back 2 months ago saying they want to fly me out to Baghdad.
I heard Baghdad since John Major was in charge.
I haven't heard Baghdad in years.
So is that beef's back on?
I don't know.
Whoa.
Baghdad.
That beef's back on. Well, that's cool because
Poet should go.
Poet can't.
Do you know what the title of the film would be?
What? The
Bad Dad in Baghdad.
Poet is one of the worst dads I know.
Why?
He done I love him. I actually love him so much.
No, I don't.
We all do. Yeah.
No, I don't.
It's kind of the thing that you have to say and then you can carry on talking.
No, yeah, of course. But I don't love him though. He knows that anyway.
So what is the Brexit update? I can't lie. We've been here for time.
Yeah, it's been long.
Loved it.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah,
I fucking loved it. Round of
wearing
applause
the
for me,
hat.
everyone.
Yeah, well done, Alhan. Well done, Alhan.
You're wearing Tigo's hat, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Go on. What's the Brexit update?
You know what?
Anymore?
I put this on because I can walk out of it and give it back.
I'm just happy that when I watched that rap battle from Jeremy Corbyn and Boris Johnson, they introduced me to Charles Dickens. I've never heard him in my life. I used to go Eton. No one told us about Charles Dickens. So when I get in, John Dickens is getting typed in, and we're gonna listen to some of his stuff. That's it. Christmas carols. Why not?
I rate it.
There's no rules.
So what's the update on Brexit? It's not happening.
Fuck Brexit.
Fuck Brexit. Trust me.
Brexit's a lie.
Trust me.
Brexit's Poet. Yeah, it's Poet. I'm coming and he's not there. I've seen the money, it doesn't come in.
And Vibber's Europe.
Yeah, Vibber's Europe. No, Vibber's not. Vibber's Baghdad.
Yeah, Vibber is Baghdad.
Baghdad, yeah. I'm gonna ask Jammer.
Don't ask Jammer.
Why?
Jammer's
He messaged me yesterday because Steve-O showed his bum. Steve-O did a Mooney and
Jammer's going through a lot right now. He's just falling out with his business partner of 17 years.
Is it? Oh man, it's on. Jammer and his business partner in Baghdad.
Special guest Bimmer.
The card on the roof. Right, let's go, man.
Well, thank you everyone for watching. Please leave better comments. I'm saying it so that Specs doesn't have to, so that our next guest doesn't have to. Please, better
Who
comments.
is the next guest? Do you know yet?
No.
You should get your stepdaughter on and she can do the ironing. Your norm.
She loves her phone too much. She'll be on her phone.
We're trying to get Auntie Fanta. She won't confirm.
I can get my uncle in here, you know. My uncle is probably the most problematic person you ever meet in your life. He's worse than me.
I'll get him and my auntie,
And
but
Auntie
nothing can
Fanta.
happen. Nothing can happen.
Thank you for watching. Please, comments. Alhan, what a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, well,
I mean, we've actually been here for 2.5 hours.
Yeah, there's no rules.
Time has flown by.
Thank you, Alhan, though.
and we're done.